Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards Campaign Mode, and here with the first of two campaigns of this week we are playing as Necrons against Servants of the Emperor. This is the first campaign in which we get to face the new Servants of the Emperor warlord, so we'll see if we get matched up against her. There are no new cards for the Necrons in this campaign. You can just get extra copies of the Flayed One. However, you will notice that it does have a new model, a new visual. The stats remain unchanged, but they've done this every so often, replacing one of the older models with a new updated version. So this one looks a little bit better, I think, more intimidating. Almost looks like a new card. So that's pretty nice. As for the card itself, I think I have over 130 copies of this thing, so I have absolutely no need for any more. I'm not even really bothering to get through these missions. If you do want to, it helps to have the elite keyword in your deck, but for myself, this is maybe the first campaign in which I've intentionally avoided using any of those keyword cards in this deck. And I was curious to see how many of the tiers I could get through. But I'm running Ulthakar as the warlord. I just recently got him to level 6. He is pretty fun to play as. I've got 2 healers, Navgran the Eternal and Illuminor Xeris, and then 3 damage dealers, the Heavy Destroyer, the Plasmancer, and then the Void Dragon. So let's go ahead and deploy. This is about 1 day into the campaign, so about halfway through. So we'll be facing a pretty low level AI, should be able to get through the game pretty quickly. And we are up against Commissar Yarrick. Now one thing to note, Ulthakar's ability is quite strong, however it can be slightly countered by some of the warlords. Magos Dominus and then the new warlord also are both able to increase the health of their units, which can make it harder to get them within the threshold to activate Ulthakar's special rule. But we are up against Yarrick, so shouldn't have to worry about that. They have the new card on the field, the Eversor Assassin. This is a new addition that we can actually get copies of in the next campaign later this week. We do have the initiative, so we will start off with a powerful ranged volley. And every time we destroy one of their units, Commissar Yarrick's special rule will trigger, allowing him to buff one of his attack types, or possibly debuff one of mine. In this case, they got a boost to their next ranged attack. And they also we have 2 Berserkers facing off, actually. Over on the left, Sergeant Stonetooth Harker against the Heavy Destroyer, and he's dealing a pretty good amount of damage there. But the Heavy Destroyer will deal massive damage with the retaliation, and we will take out, almost be able to clear the board here. The Eversor Assassin just barely survives. Plasmancer is getting the boost from the Hardwired for Destruction special ability, and you can see they deal a pretty impressive amount of damage. I'm pretty fond of the Heavy Destroyer. This thing can deal so much damage if you can keep it alive, and I'm not sure if it's going to make it long enough until my healers deploy, but we'll see. They got another assassin on the field, the Vindicator Assassin in the center lane, and they've got a pretty massive boost to their ranged attack, so this could be a pretty painful next turn depending on what they deploy. But they're going with melee units and also the Cataphren Breacher. This one's got a pretty good attack. But yeah, they're going for the melee attack, and Alea and Valerian taking down the Plasmancer. The Void Dragon finishing off that Vindicator Assassin. And the Heavy Destroyer is very close to dying. Let's see how much damage it can do. 76, so not too much. I think we'll just put down Illuminor Xeris over here on the left, shifting my other 2 bodyguards over. And then once again, we can go for a ranged attack. They have the Penitent engine on the field, but it's only at level 3, so nothing too scary. Going for another ranged attack, and Illuminor Xeris getting the bonus damage there. It's plus 15 to both the ranged and melee attack from Ulthakar's special rule, so it's quite good, especially on units that have both attack types. Okay, they are going for a melee attack, and the Heavy Destroyer is going down. But with the retaliation, the Void Dragon takes down Alea and Valerian, and now the enemy Warlord will be deploying to the field. And we'll let our Warlord go on the field as well. They can face off against each other. Okay. Not entirely sure why his, oh, okay. Yeah, it can be kind of weird with the special rule kind of going on and off depending on the positioning of the enemy units. But yeah, we'll go with the ranged attack here, taking down both of their bodyguards, and then leaving Commissar Yarrick all alone against some massive Necrons. They've got a pretty impressive boost to the ranged and melee attacks, but they just could not keep up with the damage output of the Necrons, so I have no choice but to just ready with the psychic option, and then we can go in for the kill with a massive melee attack here. So Ulthakar getting the final word in 135 melee damage. Okay, so pretty simple, straightforward game there. Now in these shorter campaigns, the AI does scale a little bit quicker, so you will be facing more powerful enemies a little bit earlier on than you would in a normal 5-day campaign. But I do enjoy playing as Necrons quite a bit. It has been pretty fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out the new Warlord for Servants of the Emperor in a couple days, so keep an eye out for that. But that's it for this one. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.